Okay, is it me? I've never seen chicken stringy like this. Like, am I tripping? Have y'all seen it before? Because I'm very freaked out.
How I feel of an avocado. This thing is just pure rubber. I mean, this thing is a rubber avocado. It's been out on the counter for 2 hours now, so I'm actually really curious to see if this thing even turns brown overnight.
The FDA has approved over 863 chemicals in these foods, as well as thousands of others.
Something is seriously wrong with the food in America, and people are getting sicker and sicker of it.
This is what they feed our kids. This is a chicken sandwich, but this is how it looks. Look at this. This is ridiculous, but this is what they feed our children. This is what our children have to eat, and this is why I have to always have some healthy snacks, because who wants to eat this? This is what they opened up to. Crazy.
What is that?
I just came home from 2 months of traveling around Southeast Asia, and I weighed myself and I measured like different parts of my body, like my waist, my hips, my legs, etc. before I left so that I could compare when I got back home. I just did both of those things. I remeasured and reweighed myself, and in 2 months I lost 13 pounds and 18 and a half inches around my whole body. When I'm home, I cook all my own meals. I exercise 4 to 5 times a week. And when I'm traveling, I don't really I don't do much exercising besides just like daily walking, and I eat every single meal out. There is something wrong with the food in America, and I will fucking die on this hill. Like, I've been back for 3 days and I immediately already have bloating, acid reflux, heartburn, and a stomach ache after every single meal I've had since I've been home. That's not fucking normal, and we need to be talking about it.
Same person, same habits, completely different results.
Okay, is it me? I've never seen chicken stringy like this. Like, am I tripping? Have y'all seen it before? Because I'm very freaked out.
I'm sorry, that just makes me nauseous.
And in case you needed more proof that the government is trying to harm us, I bought this bread months ago. This is the expiration date. It is best used by December 28th, 2025. It is currently February 10th or 11th of 2026. This bread has absolutely no imperfections, nothing. And I used to have to like freeze my bread, the same bread, like years ago, just because it went bad on me so quick. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're giving us fake bread.
That was my first concern when I came to America. I'm in love with the bread, and I know for sure what she's talking about. It just doesn't go bad. How come?
The average American diet was made up of 70% hyper palatable, ultra processed foods. Meaning, if you took an American's food for the whole day, 70% of that the food would be what's considered hyper palatable, ultra processed, meaning foods that come in wrappers or boxes, hot, long shelf life, lots and lots and lots of ingredients, engineered foods with food ingredients, but turned into
Power
things
packed with calories.
Yeah, well, they're just turned into things like chips or cookies or a frozen food or a pizza or those types of things. Now, why are these contributing to obesity? They make you overeat. Fact. And in these studies, in controlled settings where people are literally in a lab, and then they take groups and then they switch the groups to see if they react the same or whatever, about 500 to 600 more calories a day from eating these foods, just left to their own devices.
So most of the thing people eat, it's not even real food. Disgusting.
This was a big realization I had when I left the US. Our food supply is almost fully synthetic, bro. We've all seen the fruit that looks like rubber. I've never seen fruit that looks like that outside of the US. Also, back home, our grocery stores mainly sell us pre-packaged meat that is covered in nitrates to preserve the meat and give it that red color. But these same nitrates cause botulism in our bodies, which is no joke. Botulism attacks the body's nerves and causes difficulty with breathing. It causes muscle paralysis and even death. And the pesticides they're spraying on our fruit and vegetables doesn't help much either. And And if you want real food in the States, you're paying an arm and a leg for it. If you've been eating clean and exercising regularly, but you're still noticing your body is inflamed, that's why. I'm currently in the Philippines and most meats aren't even pre-packaged. They're also not as red as what we're used to seeing. And when you eat it, it's like the food actually gets turned into energy instead of making you feel sluggish and bloated. Like, what the fuck are they doing to our food supply?
Did you ever notice that when you're traveling to the other countries, it's no such a thing like organic fruit and vegetables? Think about it.
To see how long it would take for it to melt. 12 minutes on the counter in a normal home, and it doesn't really look like it melts. I gave it more time, and after about 23 minutes, this is what it looked like. You guys, the next day, 15 hours later, this is what the ice cream sandwich looks like.
Is this what fake cheese does? It doesn't melt, it just kind of blooms like it's gonna burst or some shit?
Okay, what is up with food in America? Because look at this jelly. It's like goop. Usually, when I remember being a kid growing up, the jelly would be like a thicker consistency.
I was cutting my beef, right? And for some reason, I just thought about putting a fucking magnet on there.
Are you actually concerned, or you don't see any differences between when you was a child and now?
You may have seen on TikTok and Instagram about these fake avocados that have been popping up in Texas, and we may have gotten one. We went to make dinner tonight, and it was soft, had a feel of an avocado. This thing is just pure rubber. I mean, this thing is a rubber avocado. It's been out on the counter for 2 hours now, so I'm actually really curious to see if this thing even turns brown overnight, but we'll check in. It is 9:30 p.m. This has actually been sitting on the counter now since about 5:30, so that's 4 hours. It's morning now, and this avocado has been on the counter all night, 15 hours. A little brown, but I mean, this thing is just as rubbery as could be. What's going on with the avocados in Texas?
The first time when I got avocado like that, I thought it just not ready yet. But my friend from Colombia, who's having avocados every single meal almost, she said it's no such a thing at any point when the avocado is supposed to look like that.
When we were interviewing RFK Jr., he said some things that were pretty shocking, like French fries at McDonald's, maybe made with 3 ingredients in Europe, but here made with, I don't remember the number, but 10, 20 ingredients. Ingredients that aren't healthy for you. Fruit Loops, different dyes, he said, are in our cereal, but the same cereal made in Europe is not allowed to use those products. So why, this is America, why are we allowed to put these products that are illegal in Europe, and you go to Europe and you eat clean and you feel great after you eat pasta and pizza, you don't gain any weight, but here, why are we allowed to put those terrible chemicals in our food that our children are eating?
It's simple. We shouldn't be. And I just told you, I just returned from Europe. I could actually eat pasta and dessert again, and I didn't gain a pound there because it doesn't have those ingredients you're talking about. Canada also doesn't have it. Fruit Loops here in the United States, multiple chemicals, and as RFK Jr. says, in Canada, 2 or 3 ingredients. We don't police the amount of chemicals in our foods. They also interfere with fertility. That's one I didn't mention.
Right.
And when you become obese, you get diabetes a lot of the time. Then you have other multiple problems.
Yeah. Before I came to America, I never seen my face as being so puffy out of nowhere. I'm also eating the same food, the same habits, and it's definitely have personal effect on me.
If you want to hear a scary and interesting story, watch this video. My wife and I, we just got back from our trip to Brazil. We were there for 3 weeks, and she's from Brazil originally, so we went to go visit her family. Now, prior to the trip, we cut out eating rice and like potato chips and things like that. We used to eat something crunchy with like every single meal, and we used to eat rice almost every single meal. Cut that out for like 3 months, lost weight, went to Brazil, and once we got to Brazil, we ate so much food all the time. Some of you know, some of you don't. I'm a bariatric patient, so my stomach is not as big as it used to be, and I was still eating so much food all the time. I'm talking chocolates, brownies, rice, beans, and meat every single day, French fries every single day. The traditional Brazilian meal is rice, beans, farofa, French fries, meat, salad, these kinds of things. Vinaigrette, which is it's like a pico de gallo Brazilian style. Picanha every single day. Meat, carne every single day. You name it, we ate it. And we were like, oh shit, when we get home, we're gonna step on that scale. It's gonna be a whole different story. And we got home and we stepped on the scale, both of us, and we both lost weight. Now here's the interesting part. We have been back for 3 days. We landed on Wednesday at 7 a.m. The first thing we got, since we've been gone, our fridge was empty, our house was empty. The first thing we got was breakfast. We just ordered Uber Eats from this diner down the street. Fake eggs, crappy ass hash browns, sausage links, whatever. Just to put food in our stomachs while we were home until we figured out groceries and everything. I got some shredded beef from Trader Joe's, peppers, onions, tomatoes, cooked up some food the last couple of days. Even used some of the stock freezer food that you can just pop real quickly and easy. There was raviolis and meatballs from Trader Joe's. 24 hours after we were in LA, we woke up the next day and we had the worst headaches ever for hours. Feeling sluggish, feeling tired. We know jet lag. This was not jet lag. I can't even fathom the fact that I was able to consume as much food and a variety of different foods, from sweets to drinking Guaraná and Coke Zeros over there, to eating as much as we want, just to coming back here for 1 day to the United States and eating the food that we ate, both home cooked and ordered. Fucking Amazon. And we both felt as shitty as we felt in 24 hours. Yeah, this country's food, no bueno, dude.
What's your thought on it?
The FDA has approved over 863 chemicals in these foods, as well as thousands of others. And it's gotten so bad that the state of Texas has demanded that all of these foods must have a warning label on them that says unfit for human consumption.
Just do yourself a favor. Do not buy those things. Do not buy it. That's for your own good.
Research has people a little frightened to eat all day. And honestly, they should be. There's a new study. Dinner, snack, that's 6 to 8 insulin spikes per day. When insulin stays elevated all day, your body can't access stored fat. Inflammation goes up and your metabolism slows down. And more than 80% of people who eat this way are metabolically unhealthy, even if they're not overweight.
88%? That's almost everyone. Okay guys, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but after watching all of those video clips, can we agree that something is clearly changed with our food? People are eating more, but feeling worse. Tired, inflamed, always angry. And it's not just a few people here and there, it's almost everyone. And what's interesting to me, before I came to the US, even when I was just traveled back and forward in different countries, I noticed differences. And it's not just me, it's a lot of people who is traveling abroad saying absolutely the same thing. Food outside, it just feels lighter, simpler, but it feels like the actual food. And here, sometimes you feel like you just ate and something is just off after. Even with me personally, I never felt inflamed in my life before. Like you guys, the one who is saying to me, oh Irina, you got path here. And I'm like, oh, you actually right. But my everyday habits and meals are not changed at all. So it makes you think, is it a really lifestyle or is it actual food itself? And you know, from the time I'm gonna post this video, in a week I'm going to Russia and I'm so excited to see, is it any changes? Do I gonna feel any different? We are for sure going to talk about after my trip. Do I gonna feel less inflamed and more energetic? I don't know. I haven't been in other countries for 7 years, and I'll definitely will pay attention to this time. Because I don't believe that all of those people who is talking about it on the internet are wrong. And like always, I'm very curious to see your perspective. Do you feel the same? I want to know your age, and if you have any experience when you remember something from your childhood, please share so we can collect some information. Today's our main question: is something off with the food? I'll see you guys in the comment section.